7:11 a.m. As the new day begins, a flash of brilliant light suddenly pierces through the quiet Yemeni dawn. This radiant burst does not originate from the rising sun, but rather from the vast, tumultuous sea that lies nearby. It marks the occurrence of a surgical strike, a meticulously orchestrated military operation that is launched from the hidden shadows of maritime territory, targeting the very heart of a Houthi stronghold nestled deep within the landscape. Such an operation exemplifies the fusion of precision engineering and advanced warfare. The strike penetrates hardened concrete structures that lie beneath the surface, showcasing not only technological superiority, but also strategic planning that has taken years to refine. However, the consequences of this dramatic action would not just unfurl from land or sea sources. Rather, they would emerge from an unexpected and unprecedented domain, *Space Star. In the hours that follow this initial strike, the atmosphere shifts dramatically as a ballistic missile hurtles through the sky, screaming towards Israel with a terrifying speed that defies imagination. What we are witnessing here is not mere military engagement. It is a complex interplay, a high-stakes chess game where each move is calculated with precision and carries significant weight. Hypersonic pieces glide across the board, posing new challenges and reshaping established norms in missile defense systems that involve technology worth billions of dollars. As the dust settles, several pressing questions linger in the air. Who struck first in this tense cadence of aggression? What tactical maneuvers and technological feats allowed them to pull off such a bold strike with such effectiveness? Most critically, did the intricate defenses in place hold up against this onslaught? Or did they falter when faced with a novel type of aggression? This narrative pertains to the extraordinary events of June 10, 2025. A pivotal day that not only redefined the landscape of naval warfare, but also revolutionized the principles of missile defense in the blink of an eye, altering the geopolitical landscape for years to come. Our narrative commences at precisely 7:11 a.m. local time on the morning of June 10, 2025, a moment that would soon become a pivotal point in modern military operations. The focus of this operation is a strategically significant port in Yemen, one that has fallen under the control of the Houthi movement. Over the years, this particular port has been more than just a commercial entry point. It has transformed into a crucial lifeline for the Houthi group, serving not only as a hub for essential supplies, but also as a potential artery for smuggling arms. Given the group's connections to Iran, international observers have long regarded this port as a site of military interest. Consequently, Israel has identified it as a legitimate military target, recognizing the implications of its operational capabilities and the threat it poses to regional stability. However, conducting an assault on a facility that is heavily fortified and well-defended presents an array of challenges that transcend simple brute force. This task requires a nuanced approach that relies on what can be described as invisible force. The question arises: how does one execute a precise strike while remaining undetected until the moment before impact? The answer lies in a combination of cutting-edge technology, deceptive tactics, and thorough planning. The operational success hinges on the ability to strike with precision and stealth rather than overwhelming firepower. This is where the INS Magon comes into play, a sophisticated Sci-Fi class corvette that embodies the pinnacle of modern naval engineering. The Magon is not merely a warship. It represents a formidable range of capabilities tailored for contemporary warfare. Equipped with advanced stealth features that include strategically angled surfaces designed to deflect radar waves, alongside materials that are specifically chosen for their radar-absorbent properties, the Magon possesses a significantly reduced infrared signature, making it nearly invisible to enemy detection systems. This warship has transformed into a ghost on the high seas, navigable yet undetectable. Under the cloak of night, the Magon embarked on its mission, moving stealthily to the strategic vicinity of the targeted port. Its advanced technology and design principles allowed it to blend seamlessly into the dark waters, evading radar and remaining hidden from surveillance. With the precision of a hidden dagger, the corvette was poised to deliver a strike that would disrupt the Houthis' operations while avoiding the overwhelming chaos and destruction typically associated with such military actions. In this critical moment, the INS Magon epitomized Israel's strategic mindset: to use intelligence and advanced warfare tactics to achieve their objectives while minimizing their exposure and risk in an ever-evolving combat environment. From the deck of the renowned Magon, positioned elegantly above the glistening waves, the weapon of choice was an intimidating pair of Gabriel 5 anti-ship missiles. Known for their precision and lethality, these missiles were not merely locked onto an enemy vessel moving through the ocean, as one might typically expect in naval warfare. Instead, in an audacious maneuver, they were programmed for a daring land attack, a testament to the creative and aggressive fighting tactics employed by the crew. This choice underscored a strategic shift, utilizing naval capabilities to inflict damage on terrestrial targets and showcasing the adaptability and versatility of modern weaponry. What truly set the Gabriel 5 apart in the context of military technology was its terrifying advantage: the ability to skim the surface of the sea like a predator seeking its prey. At just 3 meters in height, the same elevation as a standard basketball hoop, these missiles were engineered to approach their target with stealth and speed. Picture the scene: a missile hurtling toward you at nearly supersonic velocities, slicing through the air with a ferocity that is both astounding and dreadful, all while remaining concealed beneath the horizon line. This method of low-level flight brought about a profound tactical challenge and raised a critical question: how can one defend against an onslaught from an assailant that remains entirely out of sight until it is almost too late? The primary tools of air defense, the radars, were adept at scanning the vast expanse of the skies, designed to detect high-flying fighter jets and ballistic missiles with their predictable flight paths and identifiable signatures. However, when it came to intercepting threats that flew perilously close to the Earth, these systems faced a formidable obstacle. The radars, which had been designed to filter out high-altitude targets, struggled significantly to detect those low-flying projectiles. The chaotic radar returns produced by the ever-moving surface of the sea only added to the complexity of their task, diminishing the effectiveness of detection systems. As a result, the Gabriel 5 missiles took full advantage of this critical vulnerability, gliding just above the waves with relentless determination as they navigated toward their intended targets. In essence, the Gabriel 5's design served not only as a formidable weapons platform, but also as a clear illustration of how modern warfare continues to evolve. The marriage of strategy and technology effectively underscored a shift where traditional beliefs about combat and engagement were being challenged. The realities of naval warfare in an ever-changing landscape served as a reminder that those who innovate and adapt will possess the upper hand. And in this case, the stealthy approach of the Gabriel 5 missiles exemplified this truth perfectly. The missiles employed in this operation represented a sophisticated and tactical approach, demonstrating capabilities that were far beyond mere evasion of detection, a feat that many of their predecessors had struggled to achieve. Rather, these missiles were meticulously programmed for unmatched and devastating precision, ensuring that they would strike their targets with unparalleled accuracy and effect. One such missile, known as the Gabriel 5, hurtled through the sky at high velocity, its trajectory directed toward a critical point: the port's main cargo pier. This pier was not just any docking area. It served as a pivotal hub of Houthi logistics, facilitating the movement of essential supplies and weaponry. It was a lifeline for their operations, making it a prime target for disruption. Meanwhile, another missile was on course for an even more significant target, something that was not only valuable but also heavily fortified: an underground command bunker. This bunker was a crucial node of military strategy, housing operations and planning that could potentially alter the course of conflict. Hitting a target as fortified as a command bunker, which was concealed beneath layers of earth and concrete, requires more than sheer explosive force. It necessitates a combination of exemplary timing and unnerving patience to ensure that the strike would be effective. The impact on the cargo pier was nothing short of catastrophic. The missile's strike instantly obliterated what had been a vital piece of infrastructure, reducing it to a chaotic landscape of twisted metal and concrete debris. The ensuing explosion not only destroyed the pier, but also sent shockwaves through the surrounding area, reverberating with the sound of destruction. In stark contrast, the bunker-buster warhead employed for the command bunker was designed with a different strategy in mind. It was engineered to penetrate deep into the ground before detonating, maximizing its destructive potential. This unique mechanism resulted in a delayed explosion, which had the chilling effect of allowing the warhead to burrow several feet deep into the earth before unleashing its fury. The immediate aftermath of this delayed detonation was harrowing. The ground itself began to collapse violently inward, as if it had suddenly become unstable, creating a sinkhole that seemed determined to consume everything above it. The command center, which was the hub of strategic military operations, did not simply collapse under the force of the explosion. It was engulfed entirely, imploding into the void that had been created below. In a matter of seconds, what had once been a fortified stronghold, a bastion of military planning, was transformed into a landscape of utter destruction, reduced to nothing more than rubble. This operation not only dismantled critical infrastructure, but also sent a clear message regarding the relentless and precise capabilities of modern warfare, forever altering the tactical landscape of the conflict. This strike marked a significant tactical shift in military strategy and operations that could have far-reaching implications. Israel possesses one of the world's most potent air forces, renowned for its technological advancements and operational capabilities. The question arises, why risk deploying a billion-dollar corvette, along with its highly trained crew, so close to potential hostile shores where they could be easily targeted by enemy forces? The answer to this strategic conundrum lies in the advantage of surprise and the evolving landscape of modern military threats. Surprising adversaries has always been a crucial aspect of warfare, but the changing dynamics of military engagement necessitate new approaches. The question then becomes whether this incident was merely an isolated event or, conversely, the harbinger of a more dangerous new era in naval power projection that could redefine how naval forces operate in hostile waters. In contemporary military environments, aircraft, even those designed with stealth capabilities, now confront increasingly sophisticated air defenses that have proliferated across the region. These advancements in enemy technology mean that traditional flight paths and tactics are being scrutinized and challenged. Launching missiles from a naval platform, particularly with the use of sea-skimming missiles designed to exploit radar gaps, presents an innovative solution. This method offers a lower altitude trajectory that can be significantly harder to detect, thus minimizing the likelihood of interception. The INS Maggon, as a modern naval platform, powerfully demonstrated that naval vessels are not merely support structures. They are capable of delivering decisive, precision strikes deep into enemy territory. This capability is achieved while reducing the risk of immediate counter-detection compared to aircraft that might overfly heavily defended areas. Such operations not only showcase the strategic versatility of modern naval fleets, but also indicate a shift toward more aggressive naval engagements that leverage maritime capabilities to their fullest extent. The Houthis were not going to take this lying down. In fact, they were likely deeply motivated to respond decisively. At precisely 7:52 p.m., marking just over 12 hours after the striking incident that involved an Israeli attack, their response was launched, a formidable long-range ballistic missile, which was specifically designed to target Israel directly. This bold move not only demonstrated their determination, but also illustrated the evolving dynamics of military capabilities within the region. When we consider the capabilities of this missile, it's impressive to note that it could cover an astounding distance of 1,200 kilometers. Such a range is not just a mere figure. It represents a significant threat when launched from Yemen, with Israel firmly in its crosshairs. This brings up an essential question for observers and analysts. Who was truly behind the development of this formidable threat that could reach so far? The missile in question was identified as an Iranian-modified Birkin 3, a designation that highlights not just the weapon's capabilities, but also the intricate web of regional alliances and technological transfers. The modifications made by Iran play a crucial role here, emphasizing the critical support and sophisticated technology that Iran provides, which has undeniably enabled Houthi forces to advance their military capabilities significantly. This situation underscores a broader strategic implication. The supply of advanced ballistic missiles does not just enhance the militia's firepower. It effectively transforms the Houthis from being perceived merely as a local insurgent group into a formidable regional threat. They now possess the capacity to project military power and influence that reaches far beyond the immediate borders of Yemen, posing risks not only to Israel, but also potentially to other nations within the region. This shift has serious implications for regional security dynamics. The evolution of Houthi capabilities could alter power balances, encouraging neighboring countries to rethink their defense strategies in light of a new and potent missile threat emerging from the Arabian Peninsula. In this precarious geopolitical game, the ramifications of these developments are felt well beyond the Yemeni front, affecting relations and security calculations among various state and non-state actors across the Middle East. Ballistic missiles are an astonishingly advanced form of weaponry, capable of traveling at breathtaking speeds that can exceed Mach 5, which is 5 times the speed of sound. They follow a distinctive parabolic trajectory, meaning that their flight path resembles an arc, enabling them to ascend high above the Earth's atmosphere before arcing back down towards their target. During most of their flight, these missiles operate well beyond the confines of our atmosphere, which poses significant challenges for detection and interception. Given the devastating consequences that could arise from a missile strike, finding a way to detect these threats early is of utmost importance. When a missile is on its way, every second counts, and the urgency intensifies exponentially as a warhead barrels towards its target at such incredible velocities. The dire question becomes how to locate this needle in an overwhelmingly vast cosmic haystack, and do so swiftly enough to take action? The very survival of individuals and nations can hinge on the capacity to recognize these threats almost immediately upon launch. Just moments after the missile's ignition, U.S. early warning satellites positioned in geosynchronous orbit, meaning they orbit the Earth at the same rotational speed as the planet, detected the fierce heat signature emanating from the Birkin 3's rocket motor. This detection occurs within mere seconds post-launch, showcasing the invaluable technologies at play in missile detection today. The moment this critical data is obtained, it is immediately relayed to military operations centers, ensuring that decision-makers are equipped with the most current information to assess the situation swiftly. At the same time, Israel's highly regarded Green Pine radar, an integral component of the Arrow missile defense system, sprang into action. This radar is designed specifically to track incoming missile threats, and as the missile ascended into the atmosphere, it effectively locked onto its trajectory. With a chilling precision that reflects the sophistication of modern defense technologies, the Green Pine radar calculated the missile's path and potential impact zone. As the clock ticked down, the countdown to potential interception commenced, highlighting the critical need for rapid response and the lives that hang in the balance when confronting such formidable threats. Israel's cutting-edge defense strategy relies heavily on the Arrow system, with a particular emphasis on the Arrow 3 variant, which serves as the last line of defense against potential threats posed by long-range ballistic missiles. This advanced technology represents a significant upgrade from traditional missile defense systems that one might have encountered in previous decades, moving beyond the simplistic notion of intercepting missiles with explosive warheads. In stark contrast, the Arrow 3 operates on a remarkable principle of engagement, showcasing a novel approach to defense that truly surpasses anything available in the past. Forget the standard protocols that involve detonating an interceptor close to the incoming threat, as the Arrow 3 does not merely rely on explosions in proximity to its target. Instead, it employs an astonishingly effective method that involves physically smashing into threats. Imagine this immense feat occurring at a blistering speed of Mach 8, which translates to nearly 10,000 kilometers per hour. An astonishing velocity that is hard to fathom, especially when considering that this occurs in the unforgiving environment of outer space. One might wonder, how is such a technical marvel even feasible? The secret behind the functioning of the Arrow 3 interceptor lies in its innovative design, particularly its use of an exo-atmospheric kill vehicle, or EKV, which is at the core of its operational prowess. As the interceptor surges into the vacuum of space at hypersonic speeds propelled by its initial booster, a critical transformation occurs. Once the booster has expended its fuel and burns out, the EKV detaches from the main body, launching into a tactical operation that is both complex and meticulously coordinated. What follows is a highly sophisticated maneuvering process. The EKV is equipped with an array of sensors and precision thrusters that allow it to adjust its trajectory with remarkable pinpoint accuracy. Its mission is not merely to approach the enemy missile, but rather to achieve a direct, head-on collision, ensuring that the impact is as forceful as possible. The kinetic energy unleashed at such an awe-inspiring speed is devastating. It is capable of rendering even the most formidable threats, such as the Birkin 3 warhead, into nothing more than fragments. The collision is not only a successful interception, it effectively obliterates the incoming missile, neutralizing the threat before it can cause any harm. The result? A clean kill, as the Arrow 3's exo-atmospheric kill vehicle, EKV, expertly discerned its target, striking true high above the Earth's surface. It signified not just a moment of success for Israel, but a remarkable feat of advanced military technology. In an instant, both the hostile warhead and the missile itself were vaporized in a spectacular display of precision and power. Any remnants of the threat were reduced to harmless debris that scattered harmlessly into the vast expanse of the sea below, ensuring that no significant risk remained. From both a technological and tactical perspective, Israel emerged victorious in this engagement, having decisively thwarted an adversarial attempt to breach its defenses. However, one must ponder the implications of this encounter. Was this triumph a definitive knockout blow, or merely the latest maneuver in a far more intricate and perilous game of strategy and survival? What lessons can be drawn from this clash that could provide insight into the future of conflict in the Middle East, a region already rife with tensions and complex geopolitical dynamics? The success of the Arrow 3 intercept not only underscores Israel's position as a leader in missile defense technology, but also reflects the country's readiness and capability to implement innovative naval strike tactics against threats. Such measures contribute to its robust national defense strategy, aimed at safeguarding its borders amid a landscape of escalating threats. Nonetheless, the sheer fact that the Houthis were able to launch a sophisticated ballistic missile, one with the capability of reaching deep into Israeli territory, serves as a stark warning bell. It is a potent reminder of the dangerous proliferation of advanced Iranian weaponry that has been extended to proxy forces throughout the region, increasing the volatility of the situation significantly. This incident serves to further demonstrate that the Houthis, a group often underestimated, have acquired a credible long-range strike capability, which was once thought to be beyond their reach. The message emerging from this engagement is unequivocal. The threat remains persistent and formidable. With Iran's backing, The Houthis are well positioned to not only replenish their arsenal, but also to consider potentially escalating their offensive capabilities, which raises serious concerns about future conflicts. Moreover, this high-tech duel should not be viewed as a final resolution to hostilities. Rather, it is a chilling glimpse into an ongoing, unstable conflict where the stakes are ever increasing, and the next move, by either side, could be even more audacious and impactful. As regional powers continue to evolve their military capabilities, the geopolitical situation remains in a fragile state, with each encounter on this tumultuous chessboard offering further insight into the dynamics of warfare in the Middle East. June 10, 2025. A day defined by stealthy sea-skimming missiles and a kinetic kill in the silent void of space. It showcased cutting-edge military technology and the ever-present danger of escalation fueled by regional rivalries. The sea launched the strike. Space provided the shield. But the underlying tensions remain firmly grounded in the complex realities of the Middle East. What did you think of this unprecedented clash? Who do you believe gained the upper hand strategically? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want deep dives into global security, emerging military tech, and the geopolitics shaping our world, smash that subscribe button and tap the like icon. It truly helps us bring you more content like this. Stay informed. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.